Hello and welcome back for another video. In this one, I'll be discussing how the move from the Phoenix Suns to the Brooklyn Nets might have altered Mikal Bridges' NBA career forever. It's been a little over a month since the trade deadline, and since then, the 26-year-old has been shining bright and starting to look like a star in the making. So without further ado, let's get started. Mikal Bridges originally got drafted by the Philadelphia 76ers where his mom worked, and it seemed like a dream come true, but quickly got traded to the Phoenix Suns on draft night for Zaire Smith. Not a great trade for Philly looking back. So Mikal started his career in Phoenix away from his family and started off slow on offense, but his defense was already there, as over the first 2 years he averaged 8.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1.5 steals. In his third season in 2020 to 2021, Chris Paul signed with the Suns in the offseason and helped carry the Suns all the way to the NBA Finals, with Mikal playing a key role as the main 3-and-D wing on the team. But ultimately, they lost to the Milwaukee Bucks in 6 games. At this point, it was clear Mikal was an elite 3-and-D option that could guard the opposing best player and hit 40% of his threes. Mikal continued to improve incrementally, and before this season, I thought his ceiling was just a top-tier 3-and-D player that's more of a fourth option on a championship team. But this season, he was showing flashes of being a more complete and dynamic player for the Suns when Devin Booker picked up a hamstring injury and missed over a month of play, with missing January entirely. In January, without Devin Booker, who is the main scoring option for the Suns, Mikal averaged 19 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.5 steals on 46, 40, 89 shooting splits, and the season the Suns went to the finals, Mikal averaged 13.5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. So the growth is clearly there, and he was showing glimpses of becoming a two-way star. Fast forward to the NBA trade deadline on February 9th, where the news heard around the world occurred. Kevin Durant and TJ Warren got traded to the Phoenix Suns, and Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson and a plethora of draft picks were sent in exchange to the Brooklyn Nets. Most people's instant reaction was, wow, the Suns won this trade. They just got Kevin Durant and still have their big three of Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton. But I'm not sure how many people saw Mikal Bridges rising from the ashes and completely altering his career forever by becoming the #1 option for the Nets and starting to blossom into a complete two-way star. Since Mikal has been on the Nets, he's averaging 26 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. 9 more points than he was averaging on the Suns this season. Unfortunately, the trade happened at the trade deadline, which is basically 2/3 into the season, because a jump in production like this would catapult you into the most improved player conversation. Maybe next season, Mikal. Over the course of his first 14 games with the Nets, he has 7 30 or more point games while only dropping 30 or more points twice in 4.5 seasons with the Suns. Mikal dropped a season high and career high in just his 3rd game with the Nets versus the Miami Heat, where he had 45 points on 71, 67, and 100 shooting splits. Truly an impressive performance. In the month of March, Mikal has continued his dominance with 5 30-plus point games out of 8 total games, with the Nets having a 5-3 record in that span. Pretty good, especially for a team that some thought would fall out of the playoffs entirely. 2 things make Mikal unique and stand out. 1, he's 6'7", yet has a 7'2" wingspan, which helps him be elite on defense. And 2, Mikal has never missed a game in his college or NBA career, which is basically unheard of these days in the load management era. Now I know this player comp isn't exactly perfect, but Mikal is starting to remind me of a prime Kawhi Leonard as an elite two-way star. Both are lockdown defenders that have no problem taking the toughest assignments each night. They're both uber efficient with their shooting splits across the board, and they both can give you 25 plus points a game. Not to mention, both Kawhi and Mikal both have deep bags for the mid-range game and can score from any spot on the floor, it seems. Additionally, Mikal is 20th in the NBA for defensive win shares with 2.7, and is next to players like Anthony Davis and Jimmy Butler. All in all, Mikal Bridges looks to be blossoming into an elite two-way star in front of our eyes, and seems like he still has more improvements coming. Next season, I feel Mikal will come out looking like the most complete version of himself we've seen, and getting traded to the Nets has opened the door of becoming a max contract type player and altering his NBA career forever. Well, that's my breakdown on how Mikal Bridges getting traded to the Brooklyn Nets from the Phoenix Suns has altered his NBA career forever. Feel free to comment down below your thoughts on Mikal Bridges and what you see him doing in the future. I also wanted to mention my 500th sub giveaway, where I'll be giving away this Andrew Wiggins NFT to a random subscriber, and all you have to do to win is be subscribed to Z-Ball and have an NBA Top Shot account set up so I can transfer the NFT to you. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a great day.
Pump those numbers up, those are rookie numbers in this racket.